Good morning to the leader in you. This is Catherine, your host. And you know what? We just crossed into a brand new month. This is our first edition for February 2021. And I say good morning to the leader in you. I say good morning to the leader that is still asleep, that has not been awakened yet. I say good morning to those areas of your life that is lying dormant, but it's untapped gifts and abilities that's just laying there. I say good morning. I say awaken to who you are this month. You know, a lot of times when we are at the top of the year, we have in our mindset that we have this whole year and we're going to get so much stuff done. But the only way things are going to get done is if we take every single day and we implement action steps every single day. Today, I'm going to be talking about not going backwards. You know, sometimes as we move forward, as we build, sometimes just naturally so, we tend to reflect on things of the past, quite naturally, that we can glean wisdom from it, which is an awesome thing. But if we're looking to the past or we're looking backwards, out of some remorse or out of a state of wishing we were still in that place, we cannot go forward. In this new month that we've entered into, I want you to do a reflection on self, your business model, your community, your family. And I want you to ask yourself, what things of your past no longer serve you, yet they're still lingering around? I'm going to mention that again. What things of your past that no longer serve you are still lingering around? I want you to think about that for a second. Because sometimes we allow residual things to stay in our inner circle that no longer serve us. And it's pulling away at your destiny. It's pulling away from forward movement. It's pulling away from creative thinking. It's pulling away from innovation. While you may want your business to generally grow and expand and move forward, what type of thoughts have we still brought into the now that are from the old? Maybe it's not people, maybe it's our thinking. Have our thinking shifted? Because the way we think is going to impact our total being. It's going to impact our total being. And when it impacts our total being, it also impacts our business. It impacts how you lead. It impacts how you grow your organization. You know, a lot of times as we continue to grow in our leadership capacity, sometimes, unfortunately, I've seen it too often where the leaders will point the finger at the people. But we have to look at ourselves. Are we positioned to move our organization forward? Are we positioned mentally to grow our business? And do we have anything lingering that's preventing that? So we have to eliminate the waste. Only you, even myself, we have to examine anything that's residual that is not going to allow us to grow into our next. So I ask you, what is your next? What is your next place of destination? Where are you supposed to go this year? What are your end goals? That's pretty much what I'm saying. What are your end goals? Do you know your end goals? Because you do not want this whole month to get by. Next month, we're going to be in March, and the first quarter is done. Then we're going into the second quarter, third quarter, fourth quarter. You know, a year can go by really fast if you don't monitor and track your goals, your action steps, and how you're going to make it happen. I want everyone to write down affirmations for this month. These affirmations are things that you're going to focus on this month. You're not going to allow anything of the past to hinder you. You're not going to allow anything residually to pull you off track. I want you to write down at least 8 affirmations for yourself. That's going to cover yourself, your business, your family, your community, what you're leading. I want you to write down 8 affirmations. Only you can do that because you know what you need to release that's residual in your life that no longer serves you. No one can make that decision for you but you. And as long as we keep any toxic things around us, even our own mindset, our business will have a limited place to grow. Because at the end of the day, we can only grow our business to the capacity, to our mental capacity, because we can't handle growth at a certain level if we're not even mentally prepared for it. So a lot of times people ask, I want the contracts, I want the deals, I know of late, I want the PPE loans, I want all, I want, are you ready for what you're asking for? Are you positioned? Are you mentally ready for what it is you're asking for? Because see, here at the end of the day, you have to be able to handle the weight of it. You can't handle having residual toxic things from old and try to embrace the new. You can't do both. It's going to drain you. You're going to feel chaotic in your own life, in your center of your world. You have to be ready to let go of some things. You have to embrace the change. Change does not always feel good, but you have to be willing and ready to embrace the change. And sometimes we all, including myself, we would dibble back into, well, what if, right? We have those thoughts and things that will cross our mind. What if? Thinking about those residual things of the past that no longer serves. So what you have to do this month, you have to check your own mindset. It's not about what if, it's about where I am going. So it's not about someone else checking you. You have to check yourself and say, you know what, self, I am focusing on moving forward. If I'm going to move my business forward, if I'm going to move my organization forward, if I'm going to move my family forward, I cannot look to my past. And we have to divorce ourselves from old habits. There are certain old habits that no longer serve. And if we dive into those old habits in this new season, it's going to cripple you. It's not even going to slow you down. It's going to cripple you because you already know that these are habits that needed to be eradicated. And so when we continue to persevere in those same habits, I say persevere because we know that this is not the lane for us. However, we're going to forge, forward in that path anyway. It's going to cripple. And when it cripples you, it cripples your business, it cripples your organization, it cripples your family, it cripples the community. So often as you hear me talk about leadership and building a business, you're going to always hear me talk about family. You're going to always hear me talk about community because they're all interconnected. And so I want us all this month of February, I'm going to write my affirmations down. I'm going to share what I wrote down next week on the podcast show. But I want you to get into a place that you divorce yourself from old habits. You divorce yourself from toxic environments and you stay focused on the present and you build for the future. That's what I want you to do. I want you to think about what lies ahead in your future. What do you see? Can you see your future? Can you see destiny is waiting for you? But old habits won't allow you to walk into your place of destiny. Old habits have been choking creativity. Old habits have been slowing down the pace in which you could run. You're not running at your optimum pace because of old habits. So when I say good morning to the leader in you, you are a leader. But we all have things that we have to work on so we can reach our full capacity. It's not about giving 10%, 15%, 50%. We got to give over 100% of ourselves as we continue to grow, as we continue to build, as we, pass the baton on to the next generation. This is why it's so important for us to die to old unhealthy habits and let go of anything that's lingering in the past that's not healthy, because we have to be an example for the next generation. We have to be that example that they can say, you know what? They may have had challenges. Yeah, they had toxic habits, but they did not allow those habits to cripple them. They were a survivor. And so I'm speaking to survivors this morning. I'm speaking to conquerors this morning. I speak life to you. I speak life to your business, your family, and your community. That this month of February is going to be the best month for you. And you have to say it to yourself. You have to know that it's going to be your best month. Listen, for anyone that needs assistance with strategic planning or organizational development, send me an email, ct@katherinetrotter.com. Listen, we have a phenomenal event that's coming up this month on February 18th. This one is for women. It's called When Queens Meet. We're going to have about 100 women entrepreneurs, women in the community, women that are leaders. It's going to be phenomenal. Go to Eventbrite, type in When Queens with an S Meet, and you can RSVP. I hope to see you there. Listen, as we get ready to wind down this episode, I want you to reflect on what you need to let go and what you need to press into for this month of February. And I'm going to see everybody at the top.